What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Monday, November 27th, 2023, day 3 of the Pennsylvania rifle deer season. And I'm out here in the middle of nowhere with my dad, and we're gonna go hunting. And we're trying out a new area. We've never been here before. The road coming in was really muddy, but the trail boss, living up to its name, just powered right through all that deep mud with no problem at all. And we're on this gas line and power line. Check this out, and it goes for several miles. Looks like it could even be a oil line. It says petroleum pipeline. There's 2 of them in this area, and then there's also power lines on top. And this thing just goes for miles, and the grass is very green here, so it draws the deer in from the woods. And it's all just open hardwoods here, as you can see. In this area, it's a lot of oaks, which is really good for deer. So I'm very excited. We got some snow coming down. There's a cold front coming in, very brisk wind. It's like 15 to 20 mile an hour wind right now, and the snow just looks beautiful, dusting the ground. It looks like powdered sugar everywhere. Absolutely beautiful. But there's a strong cold front coming in. Tomorrow there's supposed to be big lake effect snow setting up in this area, so potentially tomorrow I may not be able to hunt here. We'll see. If there's like too much snow, it may be not worth it to come out. But temperatures are falling rapidly, and we're about to head into the woods now, so let's see what happens here, guys. Hopefully we'll at least see some kind of sign and maybe a buck. Looks like a great area. Just show you guys the rifle I'm going to be carrying today. It's a Ruger M77 Hawkeye Alaskan, 20-inch barrel, 300 Win Mag. Got the Silencer Co. Omega 300 on the end there, suppressor, 2.5 to 15 power scope from Athlon. It's a really good scope, and I've taken this rifle out to 1,000 yards many times. This thing will shoot pretty much any ammo accurately. I've put hundreds of rounds through it, so the barrel is very broken in, and I'm using some hand loads. These are 175 grain Barnes LRX, and they should be going around 2,900 feet per second out of the 20-inch barrel here. And I got my Glock 20. I always carry this thing when I go to the woods, especially this area. There's a lot of bears and elk here, so for protection I always carry this thing. So that's what I'm going to be using as my weapon today, or hunting tool. Just want to show you guys my Spot X. I always carry this thing to mark my location. I can call for help if something happens. And then here I have a Burley stock gun runner pack, which is great for hunting like this during the day. Even as a bug out bag, it's excellent. This is actually one of the packs I use for my bug out bag. So we're gonna head in that direction. My dad all the way down there. There's the Black Beast. Gonna put bigger tires on it, 35s. Gonna put a Weston steel bumper on it, steel brush guard, and some lights. But look at this beautiful snow. It's the first snow of the year basically here. Maybe the second, actually. Coming down hard. lake effect snow. Very remote area here. It's just miles and miles of woods all around. That big birch tree there. It's crazy. It's getting very windy. Very, very windy out here. Alright guys, we made it to the top of this little hill. The truck is all the way down there. This thing just keeps going and going. It's such a good area. Look at this. It's all oaks. Found some rubs here. That's a good idea. No, yeah, it doesn't hurt, yeah. Look at this rub, guys, right off the edge of the oil pipeline. Look at that thing. That's a big buck. It's not an elk because it's too low. Elk usually rub like 3 to 5 feet up. That's a big buck right there. And then there's another rub over here. A small little rub right down there. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can get closer. Right here. It's another one. Look at that thing. That's a really good area here. So my dad's gonna set his compass right now and he's gonna go in over here, watch this area. I'm gonna go down the oil pipeline and try to set up so I can view the whole pipeline. With the Win Mag, I can easily shoot out to 500 yards in field conditions like this. Found 2 more rubs here, guys. Here's an older one, but there's a fresh one down there, like right there. So he's definitely in the area. That's a big buck too. So my dad's going there, and I think I'm gonna go in these oaks here. I don't think I'm gonna go down the pipeline like I thought I was gonna do, or maybe I'll go up there, but I want to watch this area because he's probably gonna come back and check on his rubs. There's a little trail here. Looks like they're using this trail, so I don't want to go too far. I think I'm gonna set up over here so I have visibility of those rubs. A lot of oaks here. Massive oak trees. Still a lot of green grasses here. All these oaks here. this big oak. Yeah, so those rubs were right by that white pine there. So I'm gonna set up fairly close so I can see it. Looks like an oil pipeline here. Petroleum pipeline. Removal of this sign is a federal crime. So we got all these open woods here. These are all oak trees. All oak trees. Look at this. Just insane. And then we got this oil pipeline here. My dad actually walked through the woods here, and there's another oil pipeline through there. And there's like really green grass. So even though the bucks are rubbing over here, I think because it's cold now and the snow is on the ground, the deer are gonna really want to feed. So I think they're gonna hit that green grass. So even though I was gonna set up here and watch the area where the buck was rubbing, I think I'm just gonna cut through these woods here just a few hundred yards, not even 200-300 yards, and there's that green pipeline there, and maybe we'll catch that buck while it's feeding. Maybe he'll chase some of the does. My dad said he saw some bedding areas there, so it's an excellent area. But I already used my rangefinder, and from where I'm standing to the rubs, which is right where that white pine is about 225 yards. And then to the top of the little hill there, it's about 530 yards or so. These pipeline sticks seem to be about 200 yards apart, because that further pipeline stick is 350 yards. This one's 150 yards away. So looks like they placed them about 200 yards apart. And these woods are just full of oak trees. These are all oak trees, all these trees here. So there's tons of acorns here, plus the grass from the pipelines. This is just like a deer magnet. And I can also see all the way down there. And that furthest stick down there, I ranged it. It's over 600 yards away, almost 700 yards. We got that second one there is about 450, and then this one here is about 200. So I'm all set up here. It's getting very windy. Look at the trees shaking. The wind is really picking up. Snow is coming down hard. Got the lake effect snow coming in. Got these thick snow clouds. Look at that. Lake effect snow. It's midday right now. It's 11:30, so deer probably are not gonna move until the afternoon, maybe in like 2 hours. So I want to get set up at that green pipeline where the grass is really green. Although here, there's still a lot of green grass here. Look at this, a lot of hay. Still a lot of green here, but over there my dad said it's all green, so it's even better. Look at this wind, crazy wind. Got the lake effect snow. Front coming in. Trees shaking. Not a lot of hunting pressure here because the road getting in is really muddy. A lot of guys don't want to drive through that mud. Look at these trees swaying back and forth. Very windy. So that doe urine I put out is going to spread like crazy throughout this area. Look at this thing, guys. There's like 10 rubs here. Check this out. That is a big buck. Look at that. Absolutely insane. Right here near the pine tree, there's more. Those are the first. Got some doe urine here. I'm just spraying some doe urine. That's insane. So I'm gonna set up down there. I can't believe how many rubs there are in this area. Here's another one. Look. This is insane, guys. Look. Wow. This is very, very active. It's insane. Wow. Got fresh droppings here. Look at that. Wow. Look, we got another scrape right here. Look, it's rubbing the ground there. Oh, we got another one here. Look. Wow. There's a massive buck here. This is insane. Look at this. Wow, another massive rub. Look at this thing, guys. This buck is a monster. I sprayed some doe urine on that. Absolutely insane. Snow's coming down. Gonna throw the pack on in a sec here. Trek through the woods. Take a compass reading. We're gonna go straight through there. Got some elk rubs here. Look at this. So the buck rubs are down there, and here we have elk rubs. Check this out. You can tell they're elk because look how much higher off the ground they are. See, they're like basically chest high for me, and I'm 6'2". And you can see the trees that they rub are much larger. You see that? So that's how you tell the difference between an elk rub and a buck rub. Look how high off the ground that is. Buck rubs would be like down on the bottom there. First 2 feet off the ground, the elk much higher. And I notice with elk they like to pick like a row of trees that are all similar size, and they'll rub like a whole bunch in a straight line. Like you see this one here, and then there's even a little rub on this one, and then this one here, and they'll just walk along like a row of trees, and they'll just rub all of them. You see, like right here, right there, and right there. It's pretty crazy. Good amount of snow accumulated, little dusting. So we're gonna head through the area here. Looks like we have another elk rub here. Check this out. Another elk rub. Maybe a buck rub, I don't know. Probably an elk. It's too high off the ground, considering it's right next to the other ones. It's probably an elk rub. Let's see how much higher off the ground it is than the buck rub. This area is excellent. It's full of life. You can already see the green grass there. Wow, it's so green. Wow. how green that grass is. Wow. It's just a magnet for deer and elk, especially in the winter. Look at this. This is insane. Wow, so green. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. Wow. This is insane, guys. Look at how green it is. Absolutely insane. Must be a ton of deer here. Look at this. Wow. This is a gas pipeline. So that was an oil pipeline, and this is a gas pipeline. That's why they got to keep it cut like this. You can't have any roots growing through the pipelines, compromising the warning gas pipeline. So I think I'm just gonna set up over here somewhere. This is crazy. I think I'm gonna set up over here. Maybe just down there so I can see both sides. This is excellent. Look at how green this grass is. Just insane. And look what we have here. We got a scrape, fresh scrape, and buck poop. Wow. This is an excellent area. More open woods here. Absolutely amazing. And there's no hunters here at all. Very little hunting pressure. It's just super remote. But there's a lot of food sources here with the green grass and the oaks down there. This is like the perfect area for deer and elk. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk down to where those two markers are, and I'm gonna set up there so I can watch both directions and get a couple hundred yards of visibility in each direction. My dad is down there. He also went here. He's down there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Get the wind. Just walk into that spot I'm gonna set up in, and look what I found over here. Another rub. Check this out. This could be an elk, potentially. Could be an elk, or it's a buck. It's hard to say. It's pretty low. This looks like a buck to me. It's quite low on the ground. Look at that. It's insane. So this is where I'm gonna set up, guys. Got my rifle and pack right there. That's where my dad is, somewhere over there. And down here, you can see all the way down. Those white markers there, the first one that's knocked over there is 350 yards away, and then the two in the back there are 450 yards. And there's like a stone over there. That stone is like 600 yards away. So I'm gonna watch this area, and hopefully something will come out. Look at how green this grass is. This is super rare for an area like this, so remote. I think this is the best area I've found. This wind, crazy wind. It's the best area I've found since becoming a PA. Look at the wind here. Crazy wind. wind when I take my shot, but it seems to be blowing towards my target. So I got tailwind blowing down there, so it shouldn't really affect my shot placement too much. So I decided to take a walk. And I walked all the way down here. I was sitting up there, on top of that little hump there. That's where I was sitting. And I came down here. These two pipelines join up, so here's the oil pipeline and the electric line, and then here we have the gas line, and they join together. So pretty interesting, and I found what appears to be some kind of predator scat right here. You can see the black color with the fur in it, probably a coyote. This area is just so remote. Seen tons of elk sign all around. Lots of droppings. It's just a great area. Look at this, guys. It's so isolated. We got some snow coming down again. The snow stopped during the middle of the day and now it's coming back. The wind is coming back. So it's a great area though. So this gas line just continues going and going. Looks like a great spot here, guys. I don't think I'm going to go any further. Just kind of wanted to see what was down here. Looks like it goes downhill over there. So we're going to head back now. So I'm going to head back to where I was in the morning. I just want to show you guys this trail here. Looks like an elk trail or deer trail. Very well worn. So I'm going to head back to where I was in the morning, where all the rubs were. I'm going to hang out there until it gets dark. And I'm going to use my call. Maybe I'll call the buck in. He's definitely going to be back to check those rubs, either today or sometime soon. The wind is really picking up now and the snow is coming back. These trees are just shaking like crazy, look. Absolutely crazy. Really stormy today. The snow is picking up again. That's the area where all the rubs were. Right by that white pine over there on the left. The snow is really picking up now. Visibility all the way down. Trees are blowing in the wind like crazy.